Hello everyone, my name is Michi. Thanks for watching this video. On this channel, I'm gonna explore Japan not as like a destination for a trip and a travel, but like the new lens to see your life differently. So in this time, my topic is why do Japanese people applaud so much? If you ever been to Japan, you must heard the one phrase from Japanese person. So which is Sumimasen. I'm gonna take Sumimasen as one example to explain that culture. So here's the thing. First, my conclusion is Sumimasen is like the shape and phrase to say the sorry to someone else. The reason why we use Sumimasen so much is that like we like put importance on the harmony with the someone else or like environment. So like to make the harmony stable and good, we often use these phrases. So in my opinion, but it has a bad side as well. For example, like if you keep the like using these phrases at many situations, like sometimes that make you a bit difficult to express yourself, to say something to someone else. And then sometimes it can be like too like the it can be too like humble. And then that stop and refrain the Japanese from the saying something directly. The first thing to understand, so Sumimasen has a bunch of like meaning. Not only like I'm sorry, but also like excuse me and even thank you. It's a bit weird, So if I use and say I'm sorry like to express my gratitude and thank you, it sounds so weird, right? No. For example, like okay, if I drop something, like for example, phone on the street, and then someone pick it up, and then so he like give it back to me, and if I say I'm sorry, that's fucking crazy, right? I am supposed to say, oh, thanks God, thank you so much, right? I'm not supposed to say I'm sorry. Why do I like apologize for that? But in Japan, like sumimasen, we use has like a lot of the meaning. So I'm gonna explain the detail. But I don't think sumimasen doesn't only mean like I'm sorry. Rather, I think it's reveals something deeper about Japanese culture. So which is how Japanese people like notice the relationships between the other peoples. So as I say, sumimasen, like it means sometimes like excuse me or like thank you, I'm sorry for bothering you, and so on. If you ride on the lift, like elevator in the Japan, like the first person like riding on the lift is supposed to like keep the door open, like press the button and then keep pressing the button. The first person is supposed to keep the door open when the lift approach to like the destination. For example, the second floor, fourth floor, wherever. And then the other person, like except for first person, is going outside first. And then, but a lot of people say, sumimasen. So, but it doesn't mean I'm sorry, but thank you. Sumimasen has a bunch of meaning, like at this situation, sumimasen means, oh, thank you so much. And then, as I said, when I drop something and then someone like pick it up and then give it back to me, like I say, like unconsciously and without thinking, oh, sumimasen. Did that mean like, oh, sorry for like bothering your time and like effort, something like that, Like to show like respect and gratitude, like we use like sumimasen to express our heart. Like, it means that like we are not seeing, your effort and your like the kind heart energy that someone used for yourself. So in Japan, like the name like high text culture, I think it's really opposite from the example like a Western culture. Like anyway, like in that culture, communication is not only way to tell something like dialectically. It is also like about like adjusting like a relationship and distance so between yourself and the other person. Sumimasen works like really social like the cushion between you and themselves. It's often the moment like when you like enter someone's private room or ask for help or something. So when Japanese people say sumimasen, it doesn't only mean, oh, I'm sorry, I did something wrong. The rather, that means I know I affected you. So throughout that way, we Japanese like grasp and see like some distance relationships between us and themselves. I think there is, the kind of like something beautiful, We Japanese people notice like some invisible like relationship and distance from the other persons. It can make like everyday interactions more like softly and kindly by noticing like the space, invisible space between me and the other person. I think there is a bit like dangerous and uncomfortable side with this culture because this is just my opinion. But I think the Japanese people like feel the pressure to use sumimasen so often, like to keep the distance and to show my awareness of your effort and then a kindness and consideration or something. I think that we are kind of like the brainwashed, like as if we should not like disturb and bother someone else at all. Like in Japan, for example, like elementary school or junior high school, we are taught that like you should not bother the other person. I think it's a good idea, but I think it's a bit too much. So that's why like when like we Japanese people do like small, little something wrong, unconsciously we say, "Oh, I'm sorry, sumimasen," But I think that we use it too much, like throughout the pile of like sumimasen, like meaning like I'm sorry, we might be able to keep a good relationship with someone else and make the atmosphere much more softer. But sometimes it's press us not to express what I think. Japanese people may become too small, too careful, and to be afraid of the bothering someone or invading someone's space. Japanese apology can create the good harmony with someone else, but also it has a possibility of pressing ourselves and then as if apparently we don't have the confidence. Let's wrap up this agenda. When we Japanese people say sumimasen, it doesn't mean only I'm sorry with Western way. Sometimes that means we are realizing it. We are noticing that your space invade and interrupt your action and your space. That can be beautiful. It can also become too much pressure. And then sometimes the people press down, not to express yourself and then to say something directly. And maybe that tension is what makes Japanese apology more different. Without thinking, we use the sumimasen so many situations. And sometimes it means excuse me, or even the thank you. But we use such phrases, sumimasen, over and over again. I would think that makes Japanese people too humble and too calm at the same time. So what do you think about it? Japanese apology way, sumimasen, is that beautiful culture to notice someone else, the invisible space, or the pressure, losing our confidence and then press down, not to express what we think for real. Let me know your opinion in the comment. So thanks for watching this video in this time. I'm already excited about seeing you again on next video. Thank you for watching.